And we're back. Hey, everybody calm down, calm down.
Save your applause till the end.
Welcome back to The Real Deal.
SCO. I'm so excited I've missed you so much.
I feel like I don't even know who you are.
Right.
Where you been?
We're reintroducing ourselves. Been in hibernation. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You hibernate in spring, summer?
No, I've actually been working my butt off behind the scenes, but that's for a later situation because right now, we need to start off and just get right to it because we have so much we have to catch up on.
A lot has happened.
But we have to update on our prior podcast about the whole NAR situation and things going on in
Yes.
the real estate workplace.
Yes, I've been on many adventures to gather the information to bring back to you, the consumer.
You've gone far.
I've traveled far. I've put some miles on the world.
Spent some money.
First I went there, then I went there, then I went there.
Okay, so start. Like, where'd you go first? Like,
So I did go to Kansas City. The Missouri Realtor Conference was in Kansas City.
I know.
The spring one. Yeah, you missed it.
I'm heartbroken because you and several of our other friends had a whole lot of fun without me.
My producer
Whatever.
and Amanda was there too.
Excuse me, our producer and our Amanda were there, so that was just added bonus that I missed out on. And
I know. But I definitely went there because, you know, all these changes, and I notice how you keep calling it NAR, but I think you're supposed to say NAR. Like, you can't just
National Association of Realtors.
Realtors. So we went to the Missouri Realtor Conference and kind of got our legal update on that as far as what they could tell us. And then a couple weeks later, I hopped another plane and went to, well, I didn't take a plane to Kansas City. I'm lying. I drove. And I had to stop 2 times on the way there just to go to the bathroom. But anyway, yes, I went to DC because that is the National Realtor Conference. And I mean, I really thought I was going to go and we were going to hear like some incredible things. What was that?
Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. You saw nothing. Move forward.
Went there because I was trying to seek out the answers of how does this new, the lawsuit and everything affect our daily business. And I mean, the truth is like everybody's just kind of going with it. It's not going to affect us too bad, but I do want to hit one point because last time I said, oh, I feel like it's going to hurt, you know, the first time buyer. I know some people are like, no, it doesn't hurt anybody. When you are a buyer and you need a realtor to help you get through the whole transaction, that realtor wants to get paid for all the time and effort they put in. So if you are now approached as the buyer and say, you have to come up with the money to pay your realtor fees and you don't have it, the truth is like, you may have to keep looking at homes until you find one where the seller does offer the compensation to pay your buyer's agent fee. So that is why I think it does kind of trickle down to, it does still kind of hurt a little bit because you may have the perfect house, but if that seller won't offer to pay that, you can't attain it.
I get it. It's just like anything else. This industry as a whole changes several times a day, and some of them are big, some of them are little, but it doesn't matter. We have to figure out how to move forward and how to still get deals done. And yes, sometimes it's an inconvenience. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box. Sometimes it doesn't matter what it is. We're always evolving and changing and just figuring out how to make it work. So is that basically kind of the situation with this also?
And still able to watch this kind of evolve because there's still a way a seller can offer a credit that could pay your buyer's agent fee. Maybe someday the lenders will figure out a creative way to get that done as well within the loan. Maybe.
We're all
I
all still working on it and figuring it out.
I don't know, but what I think it's still going to be okay. I mean, first-time buyers and the VA buyers and the USDA buyers that don't have a lot of money cash on hand, will still get to have their agent, and they'll still find the house.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be a couple hurdles along the way, but it all really is going to stem back to us agents talking to that seller before we even begin and putting it on the market. Because if I go to a seller and say, now I can charge you less commission and not pay that other agent, but that's going to eliminate a huge pool of buyers who can get a loan and can pay you asking price or over, but they don't have cash.
Right.
They have the ability to get a loan and make a monthly payment. They
Right.
just aren't sitting on a ton of money right now. Which,
Right.
how do you save money when you're young? It's really hard, you know. It's really hard to just
I get it.
get thousands of dollars saved up that you can just hand over at when you need to. But yeah, I think we'll be okay. We just gotta
In the
start with
scheme
the
of
seller.
things, we're always okay.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things, we always get it figured out somehow, some way. So I don't want to continue like to talk, to be negative about any of this stuff. This is just this industry.
Yeah. And I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and he was like, tell me the truth, how come you're not selling as many houses right now as you think you should be? And I'm like, what he wanted me to do is blame the rates. But I'm like, dude, we've been for the past 3 years not happy with the rates. Like, I can't only blame rates so long before it's like, just go to work.
Right.
Figure it out.
Not just that, but when somebody says something like that, there's so many factors that come into play that you can't blame one thing.
I know.
And everybody is over the whole rate talk and discussion. I'm sorry, I really am. It is what it is. And I
know.
hate that saying, but it is what it is, and you figure it out. But look at the whole picture
Yeah.
of everything. Why aren't you selling enough houses? Oh, could it be not only rates? Could it be insurance? Could it be taxes? Could
No,
it
you
be
know what, I
the
told them the
economy?
truth.
Could it be people losing their jobs?
I told him the truth. And that's not what he was expecting. But I said, look, I've been traveling for like the past month.
Yes.
So if you want the truth of why I've dropped the ball a couple times here, that's why.
I love it. Thank you so much, because that actually, I want to bring this up too. That's half of it. That's a lot of it. Hey, why aren't you doing more loans? Well, you know what? For the last 30 days, 6 weeks, I've been doing some stuff behind the scenes, and I've dropped the ball on
Yeah.
part of my job, and a huge part of my job.
Yeah.
It's my fault. It's on me.
Yeah.
So
And guess what? You just pick it back up and get back to freaking work. Like, don't stay in that pocket. I love to sit there for 2 days pouting about something that
No.
just happened to me, but I had to get up.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
I
Pity party,
can't.
10 minutes. Get off. Get out of the chair, Sarah.
Some stuff hurts though, man. It takes a little longer than 10 minutes. And even though I'll sit there and be like, oh, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me.
It bothers. Everything is personal. It's always personal. Business is personal. Like,
But
How do you
get back
pull-
to it, and
yeah.
that's why we're here filming.
right.
And how do you pull yourself out of it? What do you do?
How do I?
Yeah.
I start making phone calls to friends of mine who support me, who push me, who help me, and they either ream my butt and keep me accountable, or in the same conversation, they're just supportive and they listen, and it's almost like a therapy session. I have a village of beautiful souls that help me pull out of it. I can't do it by myself. It's that.
Sometimes I do have to just sit and think about things so that I am grateful and happy for.
Yes.
And that can, on your own, slowly make you start feeling like, why am I so hung up on this? I'm actually being stupid right now because look at all the good things I have.
Appreciation and forgiveness. Because
Yeah.
once you start getting to make sure you appreciate things, then you have to forgive yourself and forgive others and just do better and move on.
Yeah.
So that's
No more excuses.
no more excuses, and that's why we're here to try and get back,
Yeah.
get our shit in gear, dude. We got
Yeah.
stuff to do, all of us.
Yeah.
So
I know.
okay, to kind of get a a wrap up on it and make sure that we are in understanding. What?
Oh.
Are you laughing at?
Just making sure you read that.
Okay, so right now with all the lawsuits, and to sum it up, a seller is still, and you had said something about the lawsuit really is saying you can't put that on the MLS.
Yeah.
Explain that to me, please.
Yeah, so that little field where it says how much is being offered to a buyer's agent to bring a qualified buyer to the home, get the deal closed, they will get paid that amount. They just
Okay.
don't want us, they don't want it on the MLS. Because then it almost appears like, oh, we're in this together kind of thing, like, we're already gonna give you some money and you're gonna do this and you're gonna,
Well, yeah, because we all work together.
and that's what it is, but
Right,
they just
okay.
don't want it advertised on
So
the
can you
MLS.
advertise it somewhere else?
Yes, so
Okay.
we can actually advertise it on our own websites. We
Okay.
cannot advertise another broker's listing on our website though and say that they're offering something. There can't be like a connection to all of us, but
Okay, so
our
it-
own individual website.
Gold Bell RE website.
.com. Yes, say
Dot
the whole
com.
thing.
.com. Gold Bell.
GoldBellRE.com.
There you go. Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
GoldBellRE.com. Like Gold Belt Real Estate. I just shortened it. I made it easy for you.
You can post what you would give to a buyer's agent should a buyer's agent or an agent bring you the deal on a home that you have listed and are selling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that might be a little extra step we're doing now as buyer's agents, seeing who's listed that house, maybe seeing if they've got a website, maybe seeing if they're already offering it. If so, it eliminates a phone call, and I already know that we can, you know, if my buyer's sitting here not able to come up with that money, we've got an ally on the other
Nice.
side. Like,
Okay.
we can
Last
do
question
this.
I have. Okay, so MLS says no, but your personal or your business website can say yes. What about like Realtor.com, Homes.com,
Well,
Zillow?
they only get their info from our MLS.
Oh, okay, so those will
once
not
that
be
field's
showing.
gone, they aren't gonna have it either.
Okay, so here is my advice to anybody that looks on Homes, Zillow, anything like that. When you see a house and you find a house, scroll to the bottom. It usually says who the brokerage is or even the agent is. Go to their website directly and then look up because you might find more information. Correct?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wait,
Okay,
what's it
so we're
say?
gonna add a new little segment, highs and lows. And
Highs and lows.
I used to always do this with my kids. What was your high? What was your low? Because it is. You can do it for the day, the week, the month, the situation, whatever. So always start with lows first. What in all of this, as far as the lawsuit, the travel, things like that, what was the low?
Oh, the low was just realizing that I dropped the ball a little bit on certain tasks, things I was supposed to be keeping up on because
Okay,
I was traveling,
okay.
but the travel was kind of worth it.
Okay, so that leads us into the high.
Well, the high, I mean, as much as I was like fighting it at first too, like now I really am secure in how to do business, and I'm creating a couple things for my agents so that way we can just
Nice.
we can nail it every time.
Love it.
I think it is a high because it's almost like if we do business a little bit better, our clients are we're going to have such a stronger like relationship with them.
A bigger benefit to buyers, to all of our relationships, really.
Yeah. And
Nice.
it's gonna,
Okay.
yeah. And that's what you want too. You want clients that stick with you forever too. So if you really are you guys are like hand in hand, like going through the transaction, like they never forget that. And they'll
Right.
give you referrals later. So I think in the end, at first it was,
Right.
what just happened? And I do think certain people can still be somewhat negatively affected by it. But all the travel was worth it because now I know exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Nice.
So what's your low?
Pertaining to all this,
Yeah.
pertaining to this, my low is that you got to hang out with a lot of our friends in different areas, different parts of the U.S., everything else, and I didn't get to go. I didn't get to go. And I'm still very upset about it because I love my friends. I miss my friends. And sometimes I only get to see them at these events.
No, and the events were good, so
I
you
know.
didn't miss.
I know. So my high,
Yes.
thank you for asking.
I didn't even get that chance. What's your high?
My high would be having a relationship and having a connection with you, especially to that, and that you're willing to go out and you're willing to get this information and learn this stuff, and you bring it back and you teach me and tell me. So I mean,
It's my student.
it's
I was really expecting a wholesome moment.
not gonna happen.
How can you get more wholesome than that?
That is Sarah, sweet and wholesome. Look, I'm calling Sophie.
Leave Sophie out.
I
I like
am
that.
so appreciative of anybody who is willing to have conversations with me that I can grow and teach me and tell me stuff that they learn. So thank you.
You're welcome. And I also learned from you. Just haven't learned much from you in the past couple weeks, but that's just because you've been hibernating. You've got something up your sleeve.
I do. I always do.
I think we're going to talk about that on our next episode, though.
Yes.
Because we need to get
Kind
a
of-
little more detail.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So,
what is that?
Thank you so much, Belle. Thank you so much, producer.
We'll be back with another episode and
Yeah.
some unveiling of new information that you want to hear.
See you next time. Thank you again from the real deal.
STL.
How long was that?